Kev, number 4.
Bob Backlund.
5.
You're a 5.
Good choice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My number 4 is the women's pick, Trish Stratus.
Woohoo!
7-time women's champ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The most ever.
Yeah, there's not much you can do. We had that women's top 5 earlier. I think we all had Trish on ours.
She
Definitely.
should definitely be in.
She's one of the best women wrestlers of all time,
definitely.
and no doubt about it.
And when did she?
By her
Yeah,
co-host
you got that right.
a couple months ago, she still got it. I mean, she still
Yeah.
looks good.
Yeah,
I always like Trish.
Come back,
yeah,
Trish.
definitely.
My number 4 is a tag team. It's the Legion of Doom, Road Warriors. They're the greatest tag team of all time. They've got to be in. I don't know why they aren't. As far as I know, they're in good terms with Vince. I would think they'd be in.
The one ain't.
Joe?
My number 4 is a tag team as well. Axe and Smash Demolition. They kind of were like the team in like the late 80s, early 90s. Held the tag team titles for over a year, which is
times,
still,
I think.
still a record to this day, like 353 days or something like that. But London and Kendrick, I think, were like right behind that or something like that. They weren't too far behind, but yeah, I mean, Demolition were like awesome. I remember they used to come out with the black hoods on and stuff. They looked like real badass.
I like Demolition, yeah. Not Crutch, just Action Crutch. Kev?
Number 3 for me is Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
Okay.
Cutting and the strutting.
I like
Beefcake, yeah.
My number 3 may never ever go into the Hall of Fame, but based on his wrestling ability, he should. It might be a controversial pick for everybody out there. My number 3 is Chris Benoit.
Definitely.
If you go by his wrestling credentials and not by what he's done in his last few days on Earth, world champ, tag champ, intercontinental,
US.
US.
He was a WCW champ, but they don't
Yeah.
count because he gave it away.
Yeah, but and one of the best technical wrestlers there will ever be is Chris Benoit, and it's just such a shame that it ended how it did.
Yeah.
And that Vince just pretends like he never existed.
Yeah, well, I think Vince doesn't want, like,
Yeah.
people to think, like, oh, well, he's just trying to capitalize.
Yeah.
Like, well, no, I just want to
Glorifying
recognize
a
a guy. Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, glorifying a killer, which
Yeah.
I understand that, but, yeah, if it's based strictly off his wrestling thing and everything he's done,
Yeah.
I think there's, like, if you go into any kind of DVD when he was in WWE, him and Kurt Angle, him and Jericho, I mean, had
Yep.
matches where at the end of the match, the whole crowd is standing up
Yep.
applauding both guys, like, damn, that was
Yeah.
I'm special that night.
Yeah.
My number 3 pick is Trish Stratus, which we already covered earlier. Not much more to say. She's got to be there. She's the greatest woman wrestler of her day. Joe?
My number 3 is, I guess might be kind of somewhat of a controversial one as well, Brian Pillman. He was light heavyweight champion, a tag team champion with Stone Cold, when he was known as Stunning Steve Austin in WCW, the Zahado Blonde. And they were kind of like a revolutionary tag
Ahead
team
of their
too,
time,
yeah. And
I'll never forget him firing a gun on Raw.
yeah, he had that loose cannon persona, and his thing was, like, he was that way in real life, too. Like, you never really knew, was he really free, or was he just, only the people that were, like, real close to him, like, he sometimes could do stuff, and he'd look at, like, Stone Cold, and, like, just by a look in his eye or something, he was like, Stone Cold could tell, like, well, he really got him on that one.
Yeah, I like Pillman.
Yeah.
Kev, number 2.
My favorite girl, Sable.
We knew she'd be on there.
Grr.
Cougar.
Yeah. Whoa, way over.
Like twice as much as they.
Yeah, she could be my mother.
Lucky Brock.
I don't disagree with Sable. It's fine.
Yeah. She may go in one day.
Yeah.
You know? My number 2, I'll spend short time on this one because I'm sure he's on everyone else's list. Randy Macho Man Savage. I don't really know too much of him because I've never really seen him wrestle too much other than just like matches on DVDs and stuff. But for the fact that I know him and know he's a big deal outside, you know, when I didn't even watch it, like I knew, you know, Hogan and Macho Man when I was little. Like, you know, and those are like the two big all across the board stars. And, you know, the matches I have seen have been, you know, great.
Yeah.
You know, and then there's of course like the Slim Jim commercials. You know,
And then when they had Mega Power.
Never knew it's Slim Jim.
yeah.
They were good when he was Mega Power.
Yeah.
Before they fought.
Yeah. My number 2 is the Ultimate Warrior.
Shouldn't you have done it like this? My number 2 is the Ultimate Warrior.
Certainly not for his promo skills, but for his brief moment in the sun, he beat Hogan cleanly. How many guys can say that?
It was probably about his best match ever, too.
Yeah. They brought the best of each other. He beat Hogan cleanly, got it getting away from him. He was supposed to be the next guy after Hogan. He just dropped the ball a little bit there.
Yeah.
Because he's all kinds of whacked in the head. But I still think he belongs in. He's and former heavyweight champion, Intercontinental. That's about it.
Yeah. Yeah, all right. Well,
2-time.
I think he's a 2-time WWE champion,
Yeah.
I believe.
I'm not sure.
Can't remember.
But, we won't talk about his
Here's-
WCW career.
Here's $50. Please tell me you're not from here.
Despite the DVD about him, yeah, he's all right. He legally changed his name to Warrior.
Warrior.
That tells you all you need to know about him right there.
He goes and gives speeches at campuses and tells gay kids in the crowd that queering doesn't make the world right. I don't know.
Joe?
All right, Joe.
Yeah. Anyway, my number 2 is, and I'm surprised he's not in the Hall of Fame, and he really should be, the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time, the Honky Tonk Man.
We had heard he was going in this year, and then he didn't go.
Yeah.
Something, I don't know.
I don't know if him and Vince had a falling out or something, or whatever.
Yeah, Lawler was supposed to induct him.
Yeah, he was 14 months as Intercontinental Champion. And I think it was a real sad. I mean, I don't mind that, like, the Warrior one, but he beat him in, like, 30 seconds. I mean, that made the Honky look real
I didn't
bad.
think
And
it was
then
that long.
he never did anything after that.
He got a ton of rematches that lasted just about as long.
Yeah.
They were all like 12 seconds.
Yeah, like,
Honky got beat before he got his jacket off.
Yeah. But Honky beat a who's who of, guys to, when he was
He beat
Bray,
Steve to get the belt.
and he beat him cleanly. He beat him in a roll-up. A lot of people don't realize that, but he beat him with a small package and
Yeah.
beat him cleanly. I mean, a lot of his title defenses were questionable. You hit a guy with a guitar and stuff, but he's, one has a W in the record book. That's all that counts.
I agree. Honky should be in. I like Honky.
So yeah, definitely Honky Tonk Man. Number 2.
You know, my number 1, you have to have one with the other. It's Randy Savage and Elizabeth. Because I don't think she would go in by herself.
She really only managed.
She didn't do much without him. That was the whole thing she ever did.
And Hogan, she kind of managed, yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah. What? We're in the middle of doing our show. Okay. All right, hon. All right. Love you too. All right. Bye.
That was Vince again.
I was to cut that part out.
Well,
Oh,
she said she was going to call and going to do that, but
So like I was saying, Elizabeth didn't really do much except for Savage and Hogan. So if you're going to induct him, you might as well put her, or her with him, because he ain't going to be doing nothing by herself.
All right then.
Okay. Number 1 West.
My number 1 is The Rock. Just, he has to go in.
I can't believe he's not anybody else.
The Rock. I mean, that was the one I thought of last minute. But I was having trouble thinking of 5, and I'm like, oh my God, The Rock! I didn't put him on. You know?
None of our lists. I
Yeah.
can't believe that. We're all big rock fans too.
So